How do you know if reclaiming your power is going to make a big difference in your income, your success, and really just give you a lot more joy, happiness, and fulfillment in your life? How do you actually even know if it's going to work? In today's video, I'm going to give you two of the biggest signs that if you were to reclaim your power, it will make a massive difference in your life. Two of the biggest signs. If you see these things going on in your life right now, reclaiming your power is going to make a huge difference. I'm also going to tell you why that is, okay? Because our brains love the why. Now, before I mention these two, I want to mention that these are two of the biggest things I see. However, this list is absolutely not exhausted at all. And these are mentioned in no particular order. And also, you don't have to experience both. If you hear me list two signs here today and you're like, one doesn't really apply to me, that's okay. All you have to do is even see yourself a little bit in one of these two things that I'm talking about today to know that reclaiming your power will make a massive difference in your life, okay? So number one, have you found yourself over the last, I don't know how many years, you can go back as long as you want, do you find yourself doing a number of these things? Hesitating before taking action on what you really want. So you've got something you know you want to do, or you're more capable in your life. You're like, you have this other experience you want to have, but do you find yourself waiting for something to happen? You may have got a reason, a real logical reason why you're waiting. I need this to happen first. I need this to happen first, or I need conditions to get better here. I need to have more money. Like, you're waiting on something constantly. Or do you find yourself hesitating? So you take action on something, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. And you start, and then it's like your foot on the gas, foot on the brake, foot on the gas, foot on the brake. And you hesitate, and you're kind of looking at and doing an assessment all the time of, am I safe to do this? Am I not? What's going to happen? Like it's kind of this push, pull, start, stop constantly. Or do you find, again, you've got this vision, things you want to be doing, and it may not even be that big. I'm not even talking about huge things necessarily. They could be, but they may just be smaller things, just a promotion in your job, or you want to move somewhere nicer or something like that, right? But do you find that you just don't have like the oomph? Like you've just lost some fire in you. You maybe feel like the last number of years you've been beaten down a little bit. Like you're just like, God, if it was 20 years ago, and you maybe sometimes even think to yourself, I'm just getting too old, or I just don't have the energy like I used to. If you find yourself telling yourself those stories, any of those, or you see yourself in any of those circumstances, what has essentially happened is you have been leaking your power and giving your power away for so long that you literally just you don't have the infrastructure, you don't have the oomph. Like, it's the best way I can describe it. When you reclaim your power, it's like this. I mean, they don't call it power for nothing. It literally is this surge that comes within you. And when you reclaim your power each and every single day, that's how you live your life. So when you see big goals, you just go for them. You don't hesitate. You don't wait. You don't wait for things to line up because they're never going to line up, right? Somebody who's reclaimed their power knows situation's never going to be perfect, has the certainty within themselves, not the confidence, the certainty within themselves to know that it's going to go the way it needs to, that I will be able to deal with whatever happens, whatever comes my way. They go out, they take chances, and they're willing to keep taking chances. So much of this world right now, and you might see and feel yourself in this, is just stop taking any kind of risks, because the world just seems too unstable, and I get it. But once you've reclaimed your power, you can see it. Like, I see the world is unstable. I get it. That's not stopping me. I don't go, oh, I'm going to wait. Because there's that waiting. I'm going to wait till the world levels out a little bit. No. And we'll be told that's logical, that's smart. It's not. It's fear. It's just fear speaking. Anybody who wants anything just goes, I am determining the situation, I'm determining the circumstances, and I'm moving forward. So if you were in this, if you felt yourself in any of those examples, either you're waiting, you're hesitating, or you're feeling you just don't have that fire in you. And again, please don't ever think it's because of your age. That's bull. That is such garbage. Reclaiming your power will make a massive Massive difference. I can't even tell you how much it will make a difference, but it will actually allow you to quantum leap. You'll move forward. You will progress. You will do things that you never thought you could do, you never saw yourself doing, and you won't be waiting, hesitating any longer. And you know what? I don't care how old you are. If you're still on this planet, you still have stuff to do. You wouldn't still be here if you're meant to just like stop trying. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. This whole age thing. It's too easy to get caught up in that. It's way too easy. Okay. The second sign that reclaiming your power will make a massive difference and up-level your success. Okay. Do you ever find yourself, and I want you to dig deep on this one a little bit, because you might, when I first say this, you might go, that's not me. Okay. It was me for a long time, and pretty much most people I know is like this or like this, okay? Is if there comes an expense, okay, some money you have to pay out, or a situation where you have to do more than you thought you had to do, or you had to give more. So in some way, you've had a situation come up that's maybe out of the ordinary, not your usual, where you have to output more. Like I said, give more, whether it's money, time, energy, and you either have resistance around that or just downright resentment. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deep into this one because this is a sneaky, tricky one. A lot of the patterns that we've seen, we've had them explained in a really simplistic way. Like, if you have resistance to paying money to somebody for something, we've been taught that scarcity, right? Or if you don't want to, give to a certain place, we'll just say, well, you're just burned out. Like, we have all these logical reasons we've given for things. Here's the thing. The system that we have in place right now, the old paradigm, is an extraction system. It's a slave system, okay? It's an extraction, meaning it extracts. It doesn't just extract from people, it extracts from the land. We can see that it extracts from the environment, extracts from animals. It's an extraction system. Now, think about it. You've been living in this system for your whole life. You've been extracted from your entire life. So if you have resistance to paying something, to giving more of your time, to giving more of your energy, it's not necessarily because you have a scarcity mindset, which is what we've been taught. You have a scarcity mindset. You don't want to pay, you have a scarcity mindset. For a lot of people right now, what they're experiencing in their life is a lack of balance. So balance, and I don't like that word necessarily, but because I think it's been used in a really weird way, but the balance meaning you have been giving, outputting, doing far more than you've been getting back. So when somebody comes along, and it could just be like a little thing, like imagine, say your plumbing goes wrong in your house. And to have a plumber even walk through the front door to help fix it, it's $300. And you're like, you're resentful. You're just like, that plumber shouldn't charge $300. And you're all like, in a knot about it. Is it necessarily about the money? I can tell you it's not about the plumber. It's often because even though your logical mind can say, well, the plumber's worth it, and they've gone to school and they've got all the education, if you feel like you've been living in a world, in a reality where you're constantly being extracted from anything out of what you have considered normal extraction, because we've all normalized certain types of extraction, you're going to resist. Anything that comes out of the ordinary, any extra time, any extra money. I see this so often especially on LinkedIn, where somebody's looking for a job, right? And they've been putting on applications and applications and applications and applications, right? And they're not getting the job. And somebody will, God forbid, suggest that, have you ever thought of having your resume looked at by somebody? And they're like, I can't pay for that. I can't pay for that. And, when I see that, it's not about them. It's not about not valuing the person who's offering that resume services. They deserve to be paid for that service, right? The person who's like in that resistance, I'm not paying for that, will often, first of all, justify saying, well, I don't have a job, so I shouldn't be paying for something. But that's not really it. So often we blame money. We blame finances. We blame scarcity. That person in that place of, I don't want to pay for that resume, feels depleted. That's what they feel. They feel overall, they've been giving, they've been doing, they've been all this stuff. And somebody dares says you should spend $100. I don't even know how much resumes are. I have no idea what the prices of them. But to say, spend this and it might get you there, they're just like, I can't give anymore. This is a real big, huge, massive sign that reclaiming your power will make a huge difference in your life. And I can't even put into words the difference it will make. Because what reclaiming your power does, if I could explain it like this, it's like, again, we've been in this extraction system where we're taught to give, we're taught to do. And this is so coded in us and it's so normalized that most people don't even question it anymore. Like we don't even see it. We're so used to giving here, doing this, doing that, doing that. These are the rules of what we're supposed to do in society. This is how you do it. All the conditioning, all the programming, all the rules that we don't even see and we don't even question it. But essentially that system is running people into depletion. That system isn't a system of extraction. So what happens when you reclaim your power is you stop that extraction immediately. Like the moment you declare and start, like make the declaration, like fully, I am taking back my power, you literally stop that extraction. That is exactly what happens. You completely stop leaking your power. Again, this is why it's called power. People feel exhausted, people feel depleted because you've been giving, and underneath all the giving is your power. So the moment you declare, I am not doing that, I'm reclaiming my power, you literally stop the siphoning. This is big. This is huge. And this is why I say, like, this will completely change your life, not just one area. You may see it in one area right now, but it will change your entire life because you're going to stop all the energy leaks. What we've been taught in this world, I want you to look at it this way before I close this video out. This is really important. If you can look at it this way, this world taught all of us, these are the rules. This is what you must do. This is how you must behave. Now, it never considered you as an individual, okay? But what it said was, this is what you must do so that we run as a collective. This is how you create success in that. But also, this is how we run as a collective, right? You fit in, you do all these things. But I want you to ask yourself right now, who is benefiting from that? Who is benefiting from all those rules and all the conditioning, all the extraction? Who is benefiting from that? Because if you look around the world right now, most people do not feel successful. They do not feel fulfilled. They do not feel like they're getting what they've been putting out. Most people are in the place of like, I'm not getting what I've been giving, basically, to put it really simple. So who is benefiting from you continuing on the path that you're on? It's not you. It doesn't really matter who it is, but it's not you. And it's not the average person, your next door neighbor, your friend, your family, all the things that we've been told, this is why we're doing this. Because those people don't feel fulfilled. Those people don't feel like they're winning in life. So if you look around and you feel to yourself, okay, like I don't feel like I'm winning in life. I don't care what you see on social media. I don't care what you see on social media. The people that talk about they're winning the most usually are the ones that aren't winning the most. Stop comparing yourself like it's that comparison game of comparing your like dark moments to somebody else's highlight reel. Stop doing that. Most people do not feel like they're winning right now. So if most people don't feel like they're winning right now in life, however they see that, who is the system benefiting? If you feel like you're doing a lot of the things that you're doing to help your fellow human around you, that's a beautiful thought, but it's not. Because if it did, they'd be winning. So it's just to really, really put into perspective that all the rules, all the conditioning, all those things that we've been taught to do don't actually help you. What helps you is reclaiming your power, because it stops you feeding that old system. That old system that's not helping you, is not helping anybody around you. It's just keeping the system moving. That's literally all that's happening. Is humanity right now is at a place where we're just feeding a system that's running and nobody's benefiting from it. Very few are. There are people who are, but very, 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 very few people are benefiting from that system chugging through. So when you reclaim your power, you stop giving to the system that's not benefiting you. All right, beautiful soul. I'm going to leave that video here.